I would like to ask everyone here, if you were given $1 million, what would you do? Take a moment to think about that. Who here said that they would want to invest it? Anyone? Looking at you, Dad. Who here would like to buy a nicer house or a car or something of that sort? Anyone? Who here said that they would want to travel or explore? I see quite a few up there. So let me tell you my story of what I did during the past summer. So I got the opportunity to explore a large part of Western China and follow the ancient Silk Road. Before I started my journey, many people questioned what I was going to do. They asked, why China? Why are you doing this? Shouldn't you be focusing on the IB? All this doubt kept bubbling around me, and I began to question what I was about to do. And I was so scared right before I left that all I really wanted was just to come back home safe. The people I was traveling with were either looking for something or running away from something. Me personally, I was looking for something. For me, it was a journey of discovering myself while exploring an alien environment. At first, it was really, really tough to adjust. I remember staying in a really cheap hostel in Xi'an, which had a communal bathroom about a little bigger than this, and there's about 5 men showering together. It was not pleasant. Little did I know what was to follow. In Bangkok, I was used to following a schedule which had allocated times for exactly what to do. I had time for studying, waking up, playing, and sleeping. Food is always there for me, and I'm spoiled. When I got there, 2 things mattered: having a safe place to stay and having something to eat. I was given the freedom to go explore my surroundings with just a Lonely Planet guidebook. I was not allowed my phone. I got to visit parks, temples, mosques, and go exactly where I wanted to go. I got to meet with many locals, many who do not even speak English. Rather than being told what to do, it was really weird for me to sort of explore myself. I kept second-guessing every single decision I made, and eventually I got over that, but I learned that you just got to go with your gut. One of my most unforgettable memories was almost being killed by a yak. Almost dying is not one of those things you forget about. So that's a yak. It's like a hairy bison. So you may wonder, what the hell was I doing next to hairy yaks? So basically, I was trekking around some nomadic land, and so me and my friends decided to put some beads around the yak's horn. I don't know. So basically, 8 of us gathered around this yak while he was eating the grass, and so my friend approached the yak, and the yak charged me first. I don't know why me. Must have liked me. So I had about a couple of seconds to dive to the side, just in time. So the trip constantly pushed me to some unimaginable experiences. I also found myself living with a Tibetan family 6 hours away from any town in the remote village near Tibet. There, I got to live like the locals did. I ate like the locals did. I slept like they did, and I even worked like they did. I can assure you that life up there was not easy. One of the many challenges that I faced up there was number 1 and number 2. There were no bathrooms over there. It's one thing to talk about Millennium Development Goals back home, the need for sanitation, clean water, and electricity. We're all empathetic towards this when we sit in our comfortable chairs back home. However, it's completely different when we were really in the middle of this for 2 weeks. I remember waking up one day and walking down the village, and the floor was completely covered with brown water from the rain. Imagine that. Every single day of your life, you have to go through that. I feel a whole lot better about using the school toilet now. One day I met the local village doctor who spoke about healthcare in the area. You should have seen the expressions on his face about how he told us so many stories about how women go into the labor in the village and the chain of events that follow. The sense of desperation and urgency that I saw in him really touched me, something I could have never got back home. Paying $1 and wearing nice clothes really does not mean anything. I got to see it for myself. I also got to hear the stories of 4 different women from different generations speak about their lives in a women's panel we held one night. In Tibet, the women do all the work for the family. They're in charge of cleaning, cooking, harvesting, weeding, and teaching. Every aspect is managed by them, while the men manage the money. One of the women had worked every day in her life from when she was 4 years old until 68. She wakes up at 5 a.m. every day and slogs until about 11 p.m. It's about 17 hours of work a day. She does it with a smile. In the US, earning minimum wage, she would have made $3 million. She makes about $1,500 a year. It's very easy to look at these facts, but when I was there in the middle of it, it really changed me. We cannot imagine how brave these women are every single day, and there are countless others like them who are the real heroes of the world. One day I tried to help my homestay mother in a farm just pulling out grass. I was so useless at that she told me to go sleep under a tree. Studying for a test seems pretty easy now. Within the span of 6 weeks covered, I traveled by foot, bus, trains, and camels. From 4,500 meters above to below 170, from 50 degrees to below -20, what did I learn during this journey? I learned how to dodge yaks. I learned to believe in myself. I learned the power of perseverance and positive thinking. Nothing else would have got me for a 12-hour trek the next day with altitude sickness. I got to appreciate people for who they are and look beyond the material things. It's the people that create the paradise you find. The people are the ones that shape the world around us. When asked what each of these people wanted, their answers were pretty simple, no matter if they were Tibetan farmers or Russian billionaires. Everyone just wants validation, love, security, enjoyment, and hopes for a better future. The way we work towards this is different, but if we look past the superficial things that divide us, we all have the same desires. My trip is best described as transformative. The travel itself is not what leads to the transformation, it's the reflection after. For long, I've traveled before. I've got to stay in wonderful hotels in Italy, I've gone to Universal Studios. However, this did not lead to any transformation. I would like everyone here to perhaps take the time to travel. I saw so many hands go up when I asked the question at the start. However, how many people actually do take the time to go travel? I believe that it's time for us to turn reality TV off and get back into reality. Thank you.